morning, everybody. It's Ryan Cullen, director here at the Louisiana Academy of Performing Arts, with you once again for another piano tutorial here. And in our last video, we talked about how to create major triads. Of course, we had, again, the major third on the bottom and a minor third on the top. And if you missed that video, just click back and search for that particular one. It'll help you learn all of your major chords in every key through that particular formula. Okay? So today's topic is about how to invert chords. Okay? So we have three different positions that we can play a major triad. And the one that we talked about in the last video is what we call root position, because the bass note is always on the bottom. Okay? And that's great for getting started and learning where all of your triads are going to be. But after you get that down, you want to start learning all of the inversions. The possible inversions include taking the bottom note and putting it on top. That would be the first inversion. So if we have a C major triad, this is root position. All we need to do is take that bottom C, and then we're going to put it on the top. Okay? And you'll also want to note the fingerings. Different chords and different keys have different fingerings, but it really just depends kind of on what you're comfortable with. 1, 2, and 5 seems to work pretty well for me. And then after that, we do the same thing. We take the bottom note and we're going to put that on the top. And then we get the C major triad in second inversion. Okay? So once again, we have root position, first inversion. We're just, again, moving the C to the top. And then finally, we take the E and we move it to the top. Okay, and by the way, the fingering I like to use here is 1, 3, and 5. Again, it depends on the particular key that you're in. Like B flat, I like 1, 2, and 4. But check your method books for proper fingerings in there. There's a lot of variation and some wiggle room in terms of what's correct and what's not correct. Okay, but ultimately, what's correct is whatever's comfortable and for you, and you know, the easiest to move around with. Okay, okay. So let's do a triad in F now. Here we go. F major. We're going to take the bottom note, the F, move it to the top. First inversion. We move the A to the top, and now we have our second inversion. And now what happens if you invert it again? Put the C back on top. Well, then you're right back where you started, right? So that's why we say we have three different possible places we can play a major triad. Okay? So why do we need inversions? What purpose do they serve? Well, if you're playing a song, you don't always want to play every chord in root position. That would be a song all in root position. I played an F chord, B flat chord, and a C chord. Okay? What if I did the same three chords, but I used inversions? So F chord, B flat in second inversion, C chord in second inversion, B flat chord in second inversion. Now, in addition to sounding a little bit smoother, it's also a whole lot easier to play on the piano when you do that. I don't have to move my hand so much, and it's just quick and easy to get to. Now, if I wanted to add a little bit of bass, contrast that with all root position. So it just sounds a little smoother and more natural when you get the inversions in there, you know, in the right places, okay? So that's one of the main benefits to doing this. It sounds a little bit more natural, a little more polished, okay? And so that'll conclude our tutorial today on major triads and their inversions. I hope you enjoyed it and are inspired to go over to the piano now and see if you can get all 3 inversions in every key, okay? That's the key there. Try it in every key, and then you'll be very proficient in accessing all the different possibilities of your chords. Your playing will sound so much smoother and more natural. So enjoy playing the piano. See you next time.